In this video, I'm gonna do a walkthrough of how I automated my entire client pipeline in Gmail using Streak. And if you are managing any kind of deal flow, client relationships, or brand partnerships through your inbox, this is worth your full attention. But the best part that surprised me the most when I set this up wasn't the automation. It was how fast the AI built a complete stage-ready pipeline before I added a single contact. And so we're gonna be covering three things today: the AI pipeline creator, the AI autofill for lead enrichment, and the automations that handle deal movement and follow-ups on their own. Let's walk through the build. And really quick, before we dive in, I have partnered with Streak on this video to get you an exclusive offer for my audience. Click the first link down below in the description to get started and save 20% off your annual plan. Now, if you have never heard of Streak before, Streak is a CRM that's built directly inside of Gmail. It's a Chrome extension, but it ends up feeling like it's just part of your inbox. As you can see, it lives within your Gmail experience. The full pipeline, we're talking about deal records, contracts, tasks, email history, AI tools, all of it inside your inbox. Think of it this way: when you're in Gmail, you're already in your CRM. No separate tab to open. And most CRMs fail because logging in consistently and keeping track of everything is layers of additional steps. Not to mention, most sidebars that are Chrome extensions fail because they don't integrate with the email, so they are not smart in execution. But Streak is different. The work happens in the inbox and the tracking happens inside your inbox as well. And that's why over 750,000 professionals and 4,000 companies use Streak, with notable customers like Harvard, Twitch, and Y Combinator. Now let's build. Step 1, build your pipeline with AI in less than 2 minutes. The old way to set up a CRM pipeline was to sit down, think through every stage of your process, figure out what columns and fields you need, build it out, realize you forgot something, and have to go back and fix it. There are lots of little details and very little progress. Streak has an AI pipeline creator that replaces all of that with one prompt. Watch me build it for my email. You just go in, describe your workflow in plain English. That's it. And since my AI Claude knows me really well, I just went to Claude and asked that it would explain it. So the example we'll use in this video is my brand partnership pipeline. I just went to Claude, asked it to write it up, and just copied exactly what it had and pasted it into Streak. What it generated, as you can see, is a fully structured pipeline, which includes stages mapped out to my actual workflow and not some generic sales template, as well as it added columns that make sense for my use case. We're talking about deal value, brand contact, contract status, and more. And now I could go in and adjust anything. I could rename a stage, I could add a stage, I could add a column, I could change a field type, but the AI gives me a working starting point in literally 90 seconds. And we could go in depth on this, but it's worth mentioning, you could also use mail merge and email tracking, as well as the CRM when you get started. And as you can see, everything lives inside of Gmail. Let me show you around a bit. First, on the left, we have the logo here, and it's just part of your sidebar. So here's my email and here's Streak. As well as when you go into a specific email, you can easily add it into a pipeline with the Streak logo up here at the top. Third, you could also see that Streak has a logo on the far right, which gives you this sidebar here. You could update the stage, you could add contacts, update fields, and you could do a lot more. Now, we are just scratching the surface, but let's add some deals to it. And this is where autofill changes the equation. Step 2, we're gonna cover AI autofill. The biggest reason CRM data gets stale is that filling it in manually is so tedious that most people just don't do it. For me, a new brand reaches out, you create the deal record, and you mean to go in there and fill out their website, company info, deal context, and then you don't. Or you do, and some of that information needs to change. And because there are so many things happening, it just gets pushed to the side, forgotten, or overlooked. AI autofill handles that. When a new deal comes in, I just create a box, and that's what Streak calls the individual deal record. Then I give it a name, connect the email thread to it, and then hit autofill. So as you can see on my screen, I selected one here and I'll hit autofill 8 fields. And just like that, you're seeing it pull all the relevant information. Streak pulls this from 2 places: the email thread content itself and live web research. It will fill in the company's name, website, contact info, relevant context about the brand, anything it could surface from those 2 resources. And again, these are fields I would have spent a lot of time either researching and typing in or checking emails and going back and forth and doing a bunch of searches that it all got taken care of in just a few seconds. It's worth mentioning, autofill from the timeline only costs 1 credit, and if you use web research on a field, it costs 2 credits. And a quick breakdown about credits: on the Pro Plus plan, you're gonna get 150 credits per user per month, which is more than enough for most pipeline volumes. We'll talk more about pricing in a minute. What this does at scale is meaningful. If you're getting consistent inbound interest, for me, it's brands reaching out, referrals coming in, leads from my content, the manual enrichment work compounds fast. Autofill removes it from the equation entirely, and your pipeline data actually stays accurate because you're not relying on anyone to fill it out or remember to update it if the information has changed. Step 3 is automations, and this is the part that makes this whole system operational without you having to manage it daily. Streak's automation engine lets you define triggers, things that happen in the pipeline or in your connected apps like Calendly or Typeform, and then attach actions to them. For example, send emails, generate AI summaries, get notifications, make stage updates. And with AI action steps, you can pull generated content directly into those automated actions. Here's a few examples of how I've set up mine. When a deal moves into the contract review stage, if there is no reply within 3 days, Streak will automatically send a follow-up email on my behalf. I wrote the template once, I set the delay, Streak handles the rest. I also did this in other stages of my pipeline as well. Next, when a deal moves from new inquiry to scope and rate negotiation, an AI action step fires and generates a quick summary of the deal context, everything we've discussed, where the numbers are, and what's still open, and it drops it into the box comments automatically. So before my next conversation with the brand or when I'm going to form the contract, I'm already up to speed with everything without having to reread 20 emails. And when a deal hasn't moved stages in 7 days, I get a Slack notification flagging it. These are specific alerts when something's actually stalled, which means more revenue for the business because we're keeping up with the things that actually matter. And that last point is underrated. The deals that fall apart quietly are the most expensive ones. You don't notice until they're stalling or until they're already lost. And this surfaces them automatically. And the reality is I am just scratching the surface of the capabilities here. Now let's talk about pricing. Streak has 4 plans. First, the Pro plan is $49 per user per month. And this is gonna give you full CRM access, which is going to include pipelines, deal records, contacts, collaboration, and 20 AI credits per user per month. Next up is the Pro Plus plan, and this starts at $69 per user per month. And this is their most popular plan. And you're going to get everything I just mentioned, as well as automations and advanced reports. Plus, your AI credits have bumped up to 150 per user per month. And this is the plan you need to run everything I just walked you through. Specifically as well, the AI action steps and automations live here. There's also a 14-day free trial on the Pro Plus, which is more than enough time to build this exact setup and fall in love with Streak inside your Gmail or Google Workspace. Next up is their enterprise plan, and this starts at $129 per user per month. And there is a minimum of 10 seats, but this is going to give you 500 AI credits, dedicated support, and a direct line to the CEO. And finally, they do have a free plan, which is great for email tracking, snippets, and mail merge, which gives you up to 50 cents per day. So if you just want to test out the inbox experience before committing to anything, you could start there. And annual billing does save you 20% off all paid plans. Now, for most small teams, doing what I just showed you in this video, Pro Plus is the right starting point. Use the first link down below in the description and you can get started today. Now, is this right for your team? Look, if you live in email and are managing client relationships, or brand deals, or a sales pipeline, or any deal flow, this is a no-brainer. One of the biggest advantages is the fact that you don't have to have a separate tab open. Everything lives inside of Gmail or your Google Workspace that you're already familiar with. And regardless of your industry, whether you are a small business, you're a real estate agent, a startup, travel agency, venture capital firm, talent agency, or anything in between, if your business runs through your inbox like mine does, your CRM should be there too. One last thing before you go build it, Streak University is free inside the product. They have a full module on automations and AI action steps that's worth going through once you've got your pipeline structure set. Now, if you got value from this video and you want more content like this, subscribe. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.